With chapter number 8 from your economics book of grade 9, and the name of the chapter is Indian Economy Tertiary Sector. And today we're going to start from the banking sector in India. So one of the most significant, or you can say one of the most important aspect or segments of the tertiary sector of India is the banking sector, providing bank services to millions of Indian people through its constituents, or you can say the through the commercial banks, through the regional rural banks, cooperative banks. Then we are having the postal savings bank and so on. So the structure of the Indian bank and insurance services or systems that evolved during the pre-independence period was without any purposed control and direction. During the post independence period, the organization part of the organized part of the Indian banking system and insurance system is constructed in a following matter. First, we are having the RBI, that is the Reserve Bank of India. Then we are having the SBI, that is the State Bank of India and its associate banks. Next, we are having the commercial banks, the regional rural banks, RRB, foreign banks, and state cooperative banks, SCB. Then we are having the development banks. They are also, these development banks are also known as the non-banking financial intermediaries, NFI. In case of India, some of these NFIs were Industrial Development Bank of India, IDBI. Okay, we have ICICI Bank, like that. Then banking operations by other financial institutions, like we are having the UTI, like the Unit Trust of India, HDFC. Okay, then we are having the Apex Bank of Agriculture, of the Agriculture Development. We are having NABARD, that is National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development. NABARD is the apex bank of the agricultural development. Universal banks, like we are having the ICICI, which has got merged with the ICICI Bank in 2002 in the first Universal Bank of India, which provides both short-term loans and short-term loans like commercial banks, and the long-term loans as the development banks. Apart from the above mentioned financial institutions in the organized sector, there are also some unregulated non-banking financial intermediaries is an indigenous bankers in the unorganized part of Indian and money market. Among the unregulated non-banking financial intermediaries are the cheat funds and the nidhis are most prominent. Okay, next we are having that most of the cheat fund and nidhis are found in South India, and the RBI has also almost no control over their activities. Okay, next we are having what is the importance of this kind of Indian banking sector we are having. First is it deposit mobilization and investment. Different scheduled and non-scheduled banks in the organized sector play a significant role in mobilizing small savings in India. Then we are having the supply of institutional credit for agricultural development. Improvement in the agricultural productivity also needs a huge amount of credit. So gradually expansion of the institutional sources of finance in the rural areas has tackled the problem of the rural credit to a large extent and help in the growth of the agricultural productivity and production. Third, we are having the fulfillment of the short, long, and medium term of credit needs of the industrial sector. Regular flow of finance and for meeting both fixed and working capital requires of the industrial sector is a vital factor for promoting the industrial production. The development banks like IDBI, SIDBI. Okay, these are the banks which often fulfills the long-term credit needs of these sectors, while the commercial banks meet in their short-term credit needs. Next, we are having the creation of the employment and income opportunities, self-employment and income in opportunities can also be increased through the bank facilities. Next, we are having the fulfillment of some basic necessities of life. Growing bank and insurance services in India has also fulfilled some basic necessities of the human life. For example, different schemes of house building loans, then we are having the medicinal insurances and etc. Improvement of the social security. Social security generally denotes the assurance hence of monetary security when the regular earning capabilities of workers are interpreted by unemployment, sickness, and or accident, retirement, and from regular work, etc. Different group of insurance policies undertaken by the LIC aimed at improvement of providing this kind of security to the Indians. Next, we are having the creation of strong and organized money market. Continuous growth in the organized segment of the money market, that is, we can say about the nationalized commercial banks, rural or regional banks, state cooperative banks, has made the Indian money market more organized than before. The Jan Dhan Yojana introduced by the government of India since 2014 has led to a massive expansion of savings account of common people with several commercial banks. The benefits in terms of say old age pension and for the rural people, student scholarships for the student poor students, etc., which are received by the beneficiaries, is some of the government are now directly transferred to their respective bank accounts. Next, we are having the insurance sector of India. The insurance services in India also come within in the purview of the tertiary sector. These services were provided particularly by the service providers like Life Insurance Corporation (LIC) of India and the General Insurance Corporation (GIC) of India before 1991. Since 1991, the government have been following a liberal policy environment and has allowed the entry of both foreign and private service providers in the insurance sector of India. Other stakeholders in Indian insurance market include agents like the individual or the cooperatives are now coming to India, and they are also having this kind of insurances like ICICI Prudential, or you can say HDFC Life. Okay, then we are having the Max. This kind of companies are coming up. Next, yeah, there is a list given in your book again. You see LIC, SBI, ICICI Prudential, HDFC, Bajaj Alliance, Max Life, Birla, then Reliance, and so many more we are having. Next, what is the importance of this kind of insurance sector in India? In mitigation, both life risk and business risk, both human life and business prospects are fulfilled are full of uncertainties. Is the insurance companies help in overcoming these problems to a great extent? When an individual takes home loan from a bank, then the bank does not know whether the borrower would die before the completion and the recovery of the loan, or whether the property would be damaged due to some unnatural calamities. Is the borrower has to insure that property with the insurance company. This process helps both the borrower as well as the lender to avoid the probable risk. It helps the business enterprises to carry on the business in a smooth way. Next, we're having that supply of long-term capital to industry. The insurance companies collect premiums from their clients by selling insurance policies. Is then reinvest this fund by providing long-term loan to the industries. Okay, hence we can say that the insurance companies are considered as a most important source of capital or fund needed for a smooth operation of many industrial units. Next, we are having the creating employment opportunities. The insurance business also creates a huge employment opportunities both directly or indirectly in our economy. The insurance companies employ a large number of agents and on commission basis, and the employed people can earn a lump sum amount from these jobs, supporting the foreign trade. And when the exporters or importers of India make trade agreements with the overseas clients, and then the insurance companies play a vital role in ensuring those exportables or importables, the objects is to safeguard our entrepreneur, or you can say our enterprises, from the damage or from the goods that we are transiting. Next, we are having providing tax benefit to the income earners. The Income Tax Act of India also provides an opportunity to the income earners to get some tax rebates, that is discount, on the amount paid of the life insurance premiums. So the insurance companies help the taxpayers to reduce their tax burden. Next, we are having ensuring social security of the working class. A poor worker may lose his or her income earning capability because of his sick or illness or simple due to old age. To safeguard the common workers from such kind of events, and or you can say, or to safeguard the dependent of the members of the workers family, the government can introduce several insurance policies for the working classes. Next, we are having the storage and warehouse services. The storage and the warehouse services also constitute an important segment of the tertiary sector of India. A manufacturer needs to keep adequate stock of raw materials to ensure smooth production. Similarly, a trader or a seller has to maintain adequate stock of products to meet the market demand of those goods. Maintenance of the goods, maintenance of the stock of raw materials and finished products are called storage. So storage helps to preserve goods at a particular place until these are required elsewhere. So in the previous chapter also we came across this kind of point. So what is the importance of this storage and warehouses? First is the facilitates production and sells activities in a large scale. The storage and warehouse services enables a producer to ensure uninterrupted production and scale in a large and sell in a large scale. Thus out of stock situation can be avoided. Next, we are having, it provides a longer life to perishable goods. Cold storage provides longer life to the certain and easily perishable items like fish, dairy products, etc. Next, we are having, it enables the business entrepreneurs to meet seasonal fluctuations in the market demand. Some of the goods are produced only in the particular season, say the food crops we can talk about. Similarly, certain products which are needed throughout the year are due to the demand only in the particular period. The storage and the warehouse services facilitates the business organizations to overcome these seasonal fluctuations of the market, and they can continue with their supply. Next, we are having the helps in stabilization of the market price. It helps us to stabilize. Okay, this service also helps to reduce violent fluctuations in the prices of several essential goods by storing such goods with their supply exceeds demand, and by realizing them or releasing them in the market as they are in demand, so their supply would help them to fetch certain amount of money. Next, we are having that creates time utility. Warehouse or the storage house refers to the hold or preservation of the goods until they are dispatched to the customers. So generally there is a time gap between the production and the consumption of the product. So this bridge, this gap, storage and the warehouse services creates time utility. Minimizing the business risk, the storage and the warehouse services ensure safe custody of goods. Perishable products can be preserved in cold storage. By keeping these goods in warehouses, businessmen can minimize the probable loss arising out of the damage of fire, theft, etc. Next, we are having the facilities. It facilitates business firms to take loan. Warehouse provide a receipt to the owner of goods for the goods kept in the warehouse. Then it becomes possible for the owner to of those goods to borrow money against those security against the security of the storage goods by the making the endorsement of the warehouse receipt. Next, helps the farmers to earn remunerative prices. Most of the poor farmers are compelled to sell their products immediately after the harvesting season and when the crop price remains at very low. Hence, they are often deprived from the remunerative price of the product. If they get proper storage and warehousing facility at affordable cost, then it can become possible for them to wait until the favorable market condition and then they can sell their product at relative higher prices. The last point, rises the value generated in the service sector and hence the national income. Efficient fluctuations, or you can say efficient storage and warehouse, can rise the total value of the service of an economy as well as the total value of the goods and the services transacted in Indian economy during any particular time period. This helps in rising the national income of a country. Thank you.